This your boy. We in the building. Let me get that intro cracking for you though. But yeah, that's the intro. It's your boy HollyHood Sensei of the Blurred Cartel, CEO status, aka Mister. Put that shit on. We back. It's welcome to HollyHood. I was not here last week because your boy was tired as fuck. You know what I mean? I be working hard, working hard behind these scenes when I'm not in front of the camera. I'm at work putting in hella hours. So, you know what I mean? I had to decompress, take some time to rest last week. So, but we back. You know what I mean? It's your boy HollyHood Sensei. You already know the intro. Make sure you follow the Blurred Cartel, like, share, and subscribe. We on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts for your listening needs. Yeah, I mean, and you can also catch me when I'm not on Welcome to HollyHood on the What It Sound Like podcast every Thursday. You know what I mean? 7 p.m. Shout out my boy Zell Nobel. Shout out my boy Con Man 510. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Bay. But you can follow the What It Sound Like podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You know what I mean? Spotify, Google Podcasts for your listening needs. You know what I mean? And make sure you follow me as well. HollyHood _ Sensei 215 on Facebook. I mean on IG, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. It's Christopher Coley. You know what I mean? I changed that. I'm a digital creator now on that joint. So you gotta follow me. You can't even add me. You gotta follow me now, bro. But yeah, it's Welcome to HollyHood episode 8. No, episode 9. You know what I mean? This is episode 9, bro. I mean, shout out my baby in the comments. I love you. But yes, this is episode 9. Welcome to HollyHood. I'm in the building by myself today. You know what I mean? Which is completely fine. I love it. You know, this is the Welcome to HollyHood show anyway. So, you know what I mean? I'm in here by myself. And we got some topics for you today. You already know how we do. You know what I mean? We give you your 2 things can be true. If you knew better, you do better. You know what I mean? And also, you read the title of the episode. You know what I mean? Communication with consistency equals comfort. You know what I mean? So we're going to talk about, when we're going to get into the first topic is how communication, consistency, and overall comfortability in your relationship can help it thrive. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into that. Also, for 2 things can be true, we are going to talk about, you know what I mean, letting go of friends and relationships can be difficult but also beneficial for you. You know what I mean? And then the second topic we're going to get into is keep people that embarrassed you away from you. Like, they shouldn't even be in your space anymore. If you were dealing with a person that made you look crazy in these streets, you know what I mean, made you look fucked up out here, you should not be even allowing that person to be in your space. You know what I mean? We're going to get into that. And then also, if you knew better, you do better. You know what I mean? Treat them right. Whether you're a man or a woman, treat your partner right or someone else will do what you aren't doing. You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to get into tonight. And excuse me one moment. I got to turn this camera off real quick. Excuse me. I'll be right back. I know this ghetto. I'm sorry. All right. We back. You know what I mean? But yes, this is Welcome to HollyHood episode 9. Let's get into it. You know what I mean? Shout out to, the Blurry Cartel. Shout out my boy Amazing Spider Cam. Shout out to overall 99 Media, my boy Zell May. You know what I mean? Shout out to Unico Williams, Monray Hudson, my boy Afro Commie, everybody over there. I mean, make it make sense. is tonight. I mean, I think they're gonna be talking about the whole Deion Sanders situation. So that's definitely something to look forward to. I mean, I'm gonna be out, so I will not be on that episode. Haven't been on that episode to make it make sense in a minute, so gotta make time to get on that John. I mean, and Blur Cartel After Dark, we may have a show tonight, we may not. I mean, I'm going to a party, so I don't think I'll be available, but you never know. I mean, I might be available. I might pull up live. I mean, show y'all what's going down at the party. I might be on mute though, because I ain't trying to get copyright. On that Facebook. But let's get into this first topic though. You done heard me talk enough about the small stuff. Let's get into the big stuff. What we are here for, from my personal Twitter page, we have. Make sure you follow HollyHood underscore Sensei 215 at HollyHood Sensei. But consistency, communication, and comfort should always be present in your relationship. The three C's should always be always be present in your relationship, which is consistency, communication, and comfort. If you don't have these three things present within your relationship, you're gonna have a bad time. It's not gonna end well for you. You know what I mean? Not sitting by yourself talking spicy. That's crazy. You want to have spicy conversations by yourself. That might be lit though. You know what I mean? I don't know. I might have to pull up for that one. But all right, communication. Consistency, communication, comfort. Now let's first start off with consistency. So in order to talk about consistency the right way, let's hop into the definition of consistency. Give me a moment. Okay, so the definition of consistency: conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, or fairness. The way in which substance typically, that's crazy. The best definition of consistency. Agreement or harmony of parts or features to one another or a whole. Basically, to be consistent, everything has to flow through, the right way all the time. And when we talk about consistency in a relationship, this is what we mean. If you were in the beginning, you were providing her with good conversation, or both sides, providing him and her with good conversation, you was affirming them, you respected, their decisions, their choices, whatever the case may be. You got to keep that going. You can't show somebody one thing in the beginning, and then as soon as you get complacent, as soon as you're, comfortable, so to speak, that you stop that. Like, it's not the way to go. You have to keep it up. Whatever you did to get them, you keep doing it to keep them. You don't just stop because now that they finally said yes, or I agree to be your girlfriend, I agree to be your boyfriend, I agree to be your husband, wife, whatever the case may be. You do not stop, what you were doing just because now, okay, I didn't, what you believe you didn't reach the finish line. It's not the finish line. Take it from me. As a person who has been in this situation before, once you drop off in consistency, your partner, they tend to look at you in a completely different way. And also, as far as consistency, in terms of being able to be reliable for that person, they should be able to ask and come to you and say, hey, I need this done, or can you do this, blah, blah, blah. And you stay consistent with that. Don't drop off. Don't become, like I said, complacent. Because that will completely derail your relationship. So then we get into the communication aspect of it. The communication, and we talked about this on the very first episode. You know what I mean? What communication means in a relationship. And it's not just me and you talking, it's how we talk to each other. It's how we receive each other's messages. You know what I mean? You know, it's how we receive the information that we've given to each other. So if I'm upset about something or you're upset about something, we should be able to have a healthy conversation to figure out, okay, why am I upset? Why are you upset? And what are we going to do to change this? Like, I mean, what is the resolution here? You know what I mean? And I'm going to be honest, I'm still a work in progress as far as communication goes, because I have a tendency when I am upset to just like completely shut down and just like go silent. Like I have a tendency to freeze people out. You know what I mean? So when I'm upset, I freeze. You can't do that. That's an example of bad communication. Like, I mean, regardless of if you think what you're going to say is going to hurt your partner's feelings or they may take it the wrong way, you gotta be able to say what's on your mind, because if they don't know, all they're going to do is assume. You know what I mean? And you know what they say about assumptions. You know who it makes the ass out of, you and the person involved with you. So, I mean, you got to be able to relay your thoughts, how you feel to that person, so they can know what to do, so they can know how to maneuver, so they can know, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go about this next time because I know, go about it this way next time because I know that my partner doesn't like this. Or, they express to me that they don't like this. So now I can kind of, you know, like I said, maneuver around it. You can create a whole different game plan, you know what I mean, on how you're going to deal with this person. Like, so you got to have that communication. Like, I mean, y'all got to be able to express how you feel. You know what I mean? Whether it's about good things and not even about bad things. Communication doesn't always have to be present when y'all going through shit. Like, you know what I mean? Even when you're happy, you know what I mean, you're at your happiest and you're chilling. Like, just communicate that. You know what I mean? Let a person know how they're making you feel. You know what I mean? How they, and vice versa. Like, I mean, they should be doing the same thing for you. So consistency, communication, you know what I mean? Those are two big things. And then communication with consistency, you know what I mean? Which means is when you know there's a problem or you feel a problem arising, you should be able to say, hey, hold up, let's pump the brakes. We don't need to argue here. Let's talk about it. Like, what's wrong? I mean, tell me what I did. I'll tell you what you did. Let's figure this out together. Like, I mean, there's no need to, be on some part of my back type shit. I'm not talking to you. Like, no. Be consistent with that. Like, I mean, when there's something wrong, or like I said, there's something good, just be able to communicate with that. Communicate that with your partner. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. I mean, and I haven't done this by myself in a minute. I mean, as far as talking about topics like this, so you gotta give me a minute to catch my let me, but the comfort, if you're consistent with your actions, how you treat that person, how you make them feel, you know what I mean, if you communicate how they make you feel or how they aren't making you feel, you should have a high level of comfort within your situation. Like, I mean, because that I can talk to this person if something's going wrong. I can talk to this person if something is going right. I feel comfortable enough to be able to express myself, to tell them, like, you should never be in a relationship where you hear your significant other say, I'm afraid to talk to you. Like, I mean, because I don't know how you're going to react. Like, and I've heard that before. You know what I mean? Because I was one of them people that, you couldn't talk to me, like, because I was going, the way I perceived things made it hard to communicate. But because I've said on the show before, I've worked on myself and I'm continuing to work on myself, I can now communicate better, and I would like to say that my partner who I'm with now is comfortable enough to talk to me, you know what I mean, and relay things to me that, may either annoy me or upset me. I mean, and vice versa. I mean, I should be able to do the same thing with her, So you got to give your partner that level of comfort to be able to, like, Because if they don't have the comfort to talk to you, then y'all don't have any communication at all. Because it's like, I can't talk to you if, you know what I mean, you gonna blow up every single fucking time I bring to you a complaint. Like, you know what I mean, it's just like, god damn, like, can we can we talk through this? Like, or are you just gonna go off the fucking rails and be a madman if I tell you you did something that I don't like? Like, I mean, it's so communication, no, consistency, communication, comfort. You know what I mean? At all times, it should be present in your relationship. I mean, this will help you as individuals grow together. You know what I mean? Y'all won't be tiptoeing or walking on eggshells to have difficult conversations with each other or be able to express your grievances and whatnot. You know what I mean? Because you had the communication, you've been consistent with that communication, and you're comfortable with communicating it. So it's the three C's, people. Triple C. Shout out to Rick Ross and them. But this is a different triple C's. Make sure you got that communication, that consistency, and that comfort. If it's present at all times, I guarantee you're going to have a good time. You're going to have some good times with your partner because, you know, everything's good in the hood. Y'all both comfortable. Y'all both consistent as fuck. Like, I mean, you don't have to worry about, oh, damn, are they going to fall off? Because you know they not. You know what I mean? Because they've been keeping up. They've been showing you the same steady work ethic. You know what I mean? To keep you happy, to keep their self happy. You know what I mean? It's there. So just be consistent, man. And especially for the men. You know what I mean? You know, I'm a man, so I'm always talk to the men. You know what I mean? Be consistent, my boy. Don't, as they say, don't you love bomber in the beginning. You know what I mean? And then you take all that shit away and you just become a completely different person than you advertised in the beginning. Like, I mean, because you say things and if your actions don't add up, you know, you wind up fucking yourself in the end. But yeah, triple C's. Consistency, communication, comfort. I mean, make sure that's always present in your relationship. But let's go to the next topic. Two things can be true. I mean, two things can be true. And for two things can be true, we're going to talk about letting go. Letting go of friends and relationships can be difficult, and it can also be beneficial. So we got this tweet here. I mean, shout out to Twitter, man. I mean, I'll be finding some gems on Twitter for real. Like, but when you choose to become the best version of yourself, it comes with a lot of goodbyes. Bye bye. You know what I mean? Comes with a lot of goodbyes when you choose to be the best version of yourself. And that is very true. You know what I mean? You gotta let go of maybe people you're in a relationship with, maybe people you've been friends with for years. You know what I mean? And your life and their life is just moving in two completely different directions. You know what I mean? Y'all not going on the same path. Y'all, you know, it's two completely different directions that you're moving in. You know what I mean? Now, the difficult part of it obviously is because you've been attached to this person. You know what I mean? Whether it be, you know, emotionally, physically, whatever, you're attached to a person. So, you know, it's kind of hard to just give that up. I mean, because of how you feel about that person or how that person may feel about you. So it's hard for you to just walk away and let the shit go. I mean, so that's the obvious difficult part about it. And then another thing that could be difficult within that situation is the fact that the person may not be, you know, reciprocating how you feel. You know what I mean? They don't want to let you go or they don't understand why you have to let them go. So they make it difficult on you. You know what I mean? Try to maybe gaslight you into, you know what I mean, you know, guilt trip you into trying to remain their friend or remain their partner. You know what I mean? And they just can't see why that removing themselves from the space they're in with you, you know, is beneficial to them. You know what I mean? They can't see that. Or either they can't see it or they don't want to see it. You know what I mean? And that's when it becomes a huge problem. Because it's like, all right, you know what I mean? You might have to become harsher than you wanted to with this person. You wanted to move forward amicably and just, you know what I mean, keep the shit smooth. But some people just don't allow you to do that. Now, obviously, the beneficial part is that, you know, you get the time to yourself. You get the time to grow by yourself. You get the time to actually look yourself in the mirror, see your flaws and whatever it may be. And I feel like every human being on this earth, even though we all, you know, desire love, companionship, and all that shit, we all need to be alone at one point in time. You need to be alone to figure shit out. I mean, you need to separate yourself from not only friends, relationships, but just life in general. Just isolate yourself to become the best version of you. I mean, you got to get locked in, you know, and sometimes that means it's just you and only you. You put yourself in that box, put yourself in that square, whatever. You know what I mean? And you just lock in. Like, we all need that alone time. We all need that journey, that self journey, that self walk. You know what I mean? You know, I know it's good to have people walk with you, have a helping hand, but sometimes you gotta go through life by yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta go through that journey, take that road, travel by yourself. Like, you know what I mean? And that can become a huge blessing. You know what I mean? And I can speak to you because I'm living proof of that. Like, I mean, I had to separate myself from, you know, I was divorced. You know what I mean? So I was separated from a person that I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with. You know what I mean? And, you know, I had to make a decision. We both had to make a decision, not just me. We both had to make a decision on whether to say, like, yo, is letting this person go really the best thing for me? Like, you know what I mean? And I can honestly say that, you know, for myself, I can't speak for my, you know, previous significant other. I can't speak for her. But for me, you know what I mean, letting the situation go and just walking on my own was the best thing for me because I found out things about myself that I didn't know previous when I was with her. You know what I mean, I had to be by myself to find these things out. I found new interests, you know, hobbies, whatever. I connected with new people that I wouldn't even been in a space with had I remained where I was. Like, I mean, and I'm pretty sure the same thing happened for her. You know what I mean? So it's definitely beneficial, you know what I mean, for both of us that we were able to move away from each other, you know, break apart, find who we are, center ourselves, work on yourself, and now look at the results. Since then I've started podcasting, I started making content. You know what I mean? I've met a lot of people that want to see me do well, and I want to see them do well. We like-minded individuals with the same goals. You know what I mean? I've got my own show now. You know what I mean? Two. You know, I got two of my own podcasts. I got my own fucking, you know, the Blurred Cartel. Even though I had it when I was with her, but now I'm more immersed in it. I'm fully into it now. You know what I mean? Because I had to branch out by myself and, you know, learn these things. Like, so now, and then, even then, besides all that, I met someone, you know what I mean, that I love dearly. She loves me dearly. Like, this whole thing just, you know what I mean, it opened new doors for me. You know what I mean? And I was gladly ready to walk through those doors. You know what I mean? And I'm still ready to walk through whatever doors 2023 has for me. But, I mean, yeah, man, just in order to become the best version of yourself, you gotta let things go. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things, whether, like I said before, friendships, relationships, that be holding you back. You know what I mean? And not even just, you know, humans. It's physical. It's other things that may be holding you back. It's certain things that you're doing in your life that you may have to put down. Like, I mean, it could be, you know what I mean, it could be drinking. It could be overeating. It could be smoking. It could be, you know what I mean, you just lay in order for you to, sorry about that, my Wi-Fi is being real, you know, real McDonald's Wi-Fi right now. But yeah, break those shackles, move forward. Let me get to these comments real quick. Shout out there, Angelica. You know what I mean? Evening, how are you doing? You know what I mean? It's cool, you know what I mean? Even if you late, you know, just swinging by to say what's good. That's good enough for me. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, But yes, break those shackles, whether it's friendships, relationships, material things that's holding you back. You know what I mean? Break that off. Go forward. Become the best version of yourself. You know what I mean? Because it'll do wonders for you. You know what I mean? I am living proof. I am becoming the best version of myself. You know what I mean? I'm still on that journey. I'm not 100% there. I'd be lying to you if I said I was, because there's a lot of things that I still need to improve on. But just knowing that I need to improve on them and I'm willing to put in the work makes it so much better. You know what I mean? And I cannot wait to see the results. You know what I mean? But yes, that's two things could be true. Let's get into the next joint. And the next joint was, hold on, let me pull that shit up. So we're gonna talk about keeping people that embarrassed you away from your space. You know what I mean? So let's get into this, John. Shout out to Twitter once again. Like I said, I'll be finding all the gems on Twitter, man. Like, you know what I mean? You disrespect yourself when you rekindle a relationship that embarrassed you. Like, you know what I mean? That's loud as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Low key Albert is screaming at a lot of people when they tweeted that tweet. You know what I mean? Because we see every day, whether it's a person in your family, one of your friends, or even you yourself, you know what I mean, try to rekindle a relationship with someone that, you know what I mean, you may have been madly in love with, but they showed you every step of the way that they never had no love for you, that they were only there, to use you for whatever they wanted to use you for, whether it was for some monetary gain or whether it was for sex, you know what I mean, whether it was to be within a friend circle or whatever. You know what I mean? We've all encountered people that have been in those situations, and we ourselves have been in that situation. You know what I mean? Shout out my boy Khan, man, in the building. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all check out that Tap In No Capping. Tap In No Capping. You know what I mean? Hottest podcast out. You know what I mean? On Fridays. Shout out my boy. But yeah, you should not be trying to rekindle a relationship or keep a relationship alive with a person that, you know what I mean, like I said, showed you every step of the way that they were never there for you like that. You know what I mean, we got a lot of people out here that call each other best friend, and they have whatever type of friendship that they thought they may have had. It didn't really exist. Like, I mean, it was very one-sided. I mean, you were doing everything for this person. I mean, you were always there for this person, or you had a tremendous amount of love for this person, and it was never reciprocated for you. Like, I mean, they didn't do half of the shit that you did for them. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy to think that you would even want to keep that person around you, that you even want to keep that person in your space. Why embarrass yourself knowing that this person never fucked with you like that? You know what I mean? And I feel like that comes with people not really loving themselves, you know what I mean, the right way. Because if you loved yourself correctly, you wouldn't allow that shit to go down. Like, I mean, that person wouldn't even be able to come within your zone because you love yourself so much. Hold on, let me get to this. Let me get to these comments. Most heartbreaking shit, especially when your heart in it. Facts. So would there be an embarrassment that one can recover from? I mean, there may be. You know what I mean? Like, all right, so if you this person you was fucking with, they was cheating on you like crazy, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean, they was always, flirting with people, making people, you know what I mean, available that shouldn't be available, giving people the same status that you have that they shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean, it's people or shit like you knew this person was in a relationship with somebody else and you chose to be their side John, or you know what I mean, you just like shit like that. Like I mean, if you knew that person was never gonna make you as high as you value them, you know what I mean, that's embarrassing. Like I mean, it's super embarrassing to want to even be around that person. I mean, knowing that you didn't value me like that. Like I looked at you as like a S tier motherfucker, and you was treating me like I was D tier. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit I'm talking about. If you want to keep those type of people around you, you know what I mean, you're crazy. You know what I mean? And like I said, you really don't love yourself like that. Like, and it's super embarrassing. You know what I mean? That's just me though. Like, I mean, I couldn't fathom keeping somebody in my space that did me dirty. Like, you know what I mean, I can't fathom that. Like, you know, whether you cheated on me, you stole something from me, you know what I mean, you disrespected my family, disrespected me, beat me, or whatever the fuck the case may be. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm still fucking with you, there's something wrong with me. You know what I mean? We both need to go see a therapist. You know what I mean? We both need to go get checked out. Because there's no reason why I should still be here. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be that hard to let go. And that's what I said in the last topic. You gotta let motherfuckers like that go. You know what I mean? Break them chains, take them shackles off. You know what I mean, don't let those type people hold you down to keep you down. Like, you know what I mean, you can't. Nah, get away from that. Like, but anybody in the comments, like, if you agree, disagree, let me know. Like, you know what I mean. I want to know. Like, let me know something. What y'all thinking? Like, but yes, keep people that embarrass you away from your space. Like, you know what I mean. Like, you know, this person you was trying to be in love with this person, trying to be in a whole relationship with this person, but yet they got a whole nother situation going on. You know what I mean? You want to be their man, you want to be their girl, but they already got a girl, they already got a man. You know what I mean? You done met they people, you done been around they folks and shit, and they folks know that you the side. That's another crazy joint for you to be around people's family and they know you the side is ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. Everybody from his mama to his auntie that made the potato salad know you the side John, and you cool with that? That's wild. That's wild as fuck. Like, I mean, and then for you to even still fuck with that person after all that information you knew is even wilder. That's why I said previously that comes across as you don't love yourself. You know what I mean? Because if you valued yourself highly, you wouldn't allow anyone to devalue that way. I mean, devalue you that way. Like, you know what I mean? Because if they cared for you the way you care for them, they wouldn't put you in that situation. Like, so you should not be around that person that they embarrass the fuck out of you like that. That is crazy. Like, it's crazy for anybody. Men, women, dog, cat, bird, or fish. It don't fucking matter. Like, don't stop letting these people, you know what I mean, devalue you, man. Know your self worth. Love yourself. Love yourself first. I mean, if you got that self love, you'll know when the person isn't, you know, valuing you the way you should be valued. Like, but yeah, man, keep them people out your space. I mean, you can forgive them. I mean, we can all forgive. I mean, the Lord says forgive, but I mean, that don't mean you still gotta be cool with them. That don't mean you gotta keep allowing them to try to creep back in. I mean, fuck that. Leave them be. Do it for yourself. You know what I mean? It's for your own sanity, for your own peace of mind. Like, you know what I mean? Don't y'all get what I'm saying. But yeah. Let's move on to the next topic. breezing through these joints kind of fast, ain't I? But if you knew better, you do better. You know what I mean? Do men hate to see another man bring out the best in a woman he fell with? Sheesh. You know what I mean? Uh, as a man, I'll speak for myself and I'll say no. I mean, I don't hate it. Are there some people that do? Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? But that leads me into the if you knew better, you do better. You know what I mean? If you treated that person right from the rip, I mean, if you treated that person right when you had them, you wouldn't be regretting anyone doing what you haven't done because you done already done it and you still have that person in your grasp. You still with that person. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's all about not fucking up not fucking up in the first place. Like, I mean, and that goes in back to what I was saying. It's not about, oh, if you cheated on her or did all this other shit. Because as we talked about in the previous episode, you could be loyal as fuck to a person. You know what I mean? Never cheated on them, never did them dirty. But that still doesn't mean you was the best person for them because you could have been a manipulator. You could have been a gaslighter. I mean, you could have been a liar. You know what I mean? You could have been overly controlling. You could have been insecure as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? All those type of things come into play, you know what I mean, when it comes to, losing people, you know what I mean? And when you see another man with that person, that woman that you love so dearly, and he bringing the best out of her, it's because he wasn't insecure. He was able to communicate with her. He was consistent, you know what I mean? He was able to make her feel comfortable. All the shit that you did not do, you know what I mean? So, like I said, if you had done that from the rip, you wouldn't be on the sidelines like, damn, you know what I mean? If only I would have did this different, you know what I mean? Then, So, hey, hold on, let me get to these comments. Who we got talking out there? He said, I feel like, yeah, if I had the answer. I mean, why exactly do you feel that way? Elaborate. Anybody else watching, do y'all feel like, let me put the question up again. Do you feel like, do other men hate to see another man bring out the best in a woman he fell with? And vice versa, ladies. I mean, let me ask you, not just for the men, would you hate to see, another woman bring out the best in a man that you fell with? You know what I mean? Because sometimes we got to get out this notion that every relationship failure is caused by the men, because it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. A lot of these women be fucking up too. You know what I mean? They don't be treating these dudes right. So it's not just a man thing. Even though the question was posed to men, you know what I mean? It's not just a man thing at the end of the day. Because some of these, I've seen it from some of my homies, like, you know what I mean, not being treated the way they should be. You know what I mean? And then, they get in another relationship and shorty just, you see a whole completely different type of dude because she actually believe in him. You know what I mean? She support him. She affirm that nigga. You know what I mean? She make him feel like he a fucking champion. Like, you know what I mean? So, it's definitely, you know, a both sides type of thing. It's not just a man thing. I mean, I think that's more of a woman thing. And why is that? You know what I mean? Elaborate on that. Why is that more of a woman thing? You know what I mean? But yeah, if you knew better, you do better, man. Just treat them right while you got them. Like, you know what I mean? Treat them right while you got them. Learn your partner. Learn what they don't like. Learn what they do like. You know what I mean? Learn their love language. Let them learn your love language as well. Like, I mean, it's a lot of things that go into it. It's not just, like I said, about being loyal and not cheating and all this other shit. Like, that's basic shit. You know what I mean? That's a basic requirement to be loyal. Like, I mean, that's what everybody requires. You know what I mean? So you can't be applauded for, doing what you were supposed to do, which was not fuck around and embarrass your partner. Like, I mean, so, but it's other things that lead to, treating someone right. I mean, and I've been in a situation where, you know, like my first girl, probably my first girlfriend, I was a young boy. I was young minded. I mean, a lot of my actions and my ways was just immature. Like, I didn't think about things from an adult aspect. And when I seen how she was being treated in her next relationship, I didn't hate I didn't hate that man. I mean, nor did I hate her. I mean, the thing that I hated was, you know, I had to lose a person to figure all this shit out. I mean, that's the part that I hated, but also that's the part that I loved. I mean, it was a love and hate thing. It was a two things can be true type of thing. I mean, it helped me learn a valuable lesson. Like, yo, it's more than relationships than what you think it is. Like, I mean, it's a lot of subtle things, a lot of intricate little things that you have to do. You know what I mean? But I didn't. It was no hate in my heart for that other man. Like, I mean, if anything, I was like extremely happy for my ex partner because it's like, all right, I mean, you at your happiest right now. I mean, and I'm one of them people where as though like I will gladly remove myself if I'm not making a person happy. Like, I mean, because at the end of the day, if I got love for you like that, and I fucks with you heavy, the thing that I want the most for you is to be happy. You know what I mean? So if I can't provide that for you, and someone else can, you know what I mean? I applaud you for getting that. I want that for you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna hold no grudge. I'm not gonna downplay or shit on your relationship because I had shortcomings. You know what I mean? That's corny. That's whack as fuck. Like, I mean, you just go back to the drawing board. You change your ways, you fix yourself, and then you know what you fucked up before your previous relationship. So when you ultimately get into another one, because you fixed yourself, hopefully, you know what to do next time. Like, you know what I mean? All relationships are really, I mean, every relationship, I mean, it's just a lesson for real. You know what I mean? You take the good things you did, even though every person isn't the same. So how you treated one person, you necessarily can't treat another. But I mean, you can take some of the good things that you did and apply them to the next relationship. But also, you apply, you mean, the shit that you didn't do, you go back to the drawing board, you fix that, and then you apply it to the next job. You know what I mean? So if you know what I mean, you weren't a person that was taking initiative and all that other shit, become a more, assertive person. You know what I mean? Teach yourself how to become that. You know what I mean? There's one thing I do know, fellas. I'm gonna tell you, these women, they don't like no indecisive ass. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you can't be an indecisive ass man. Like, that shit is not flying. Like, that is frigid yams from the rip. I mean, if she can't trust you to make decisions, or she just can't trust your decisions at all, yeah, it's not gonna work well for you, my guy. You know what I mean? So definitely, that's one thing. Work on being assertive. If in your last relationship that you had complaints about not planning things, taking your girl out on a date, or just taking the initiative to do things without her asking you to do it. Like, you apply that to your next relationship. I mean, like I said, you take more initiative, you become more assertive, you start doing more things that you didn't do. I mean, and the results will show. Like, you'll be thriving. You'll have a much better relationship than you did previously because you actually learn from your mistakes. That you did in your previous relationship. Now, in your new relationship, I fucked up when I did this, this, and that, or I fucked up when I didn't do this, this, and that. Your new relationship, you fix all that. You know what I mean? And there's no need to be mad at that other man or that other woman because you fucked up. Like, be mad at yourself. You fucked up. You know what I mean? You could have had that person had you just treated them right from the rip. They wouldn't be on your timeline smiling all happy. You know what I mean? And having you looking all sick and shit. Like, I mean, you wouldn't be that way. And then also, you probably should just unfriend them motherfuckers after that so you don't have to see any. That's what I did. I'm going to keep it a bean. when I was going through my separation, divorce, and all that. Like, yeah, we were still friends on social media. But in order for me to heal, I had to say, you know what? I gotta step away from this. Like, I mean, we can't be friends. We can't do none of this on here because I'm gonna see things that I'm not gonna like. She gonna say some things that I may take personally, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So in order to, diffuse all that tension and all that shit, just remove them. You know what I mean? You don't gotta be friends with them on social media. Like, but hold on. But yeah, man. That's two things can be true, man. Like, I mean, that's if you knew better. If you do better, my bad. We got what, like 15 minutes left, 14 minutes left. So I told y'all on GGC Mafia Presents that shout out my boy Zelmay that I was going to add a new segment to the show. You know what I mean? Story time with Sensei. You know what I mean? So tonight's first story. I can't believe I'm about to tell this shit on live air, but fuck it. You know what I mean, I said I was, so I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Tonight we are going to dive into the story about when I went to a gay bar. You know what I mean? Yeah. The sensei was at a gay bar. You know what I mean? The sensei himself, I am not of that orientation. I don't have any issue with anyone that is. I mean, what you do is what you do. Like, I mean, that's cool. Like, I mean, I don't do it. That should be fine with you. What you do, you know what I mean? That should be fine with me. You know what I mean? I don't have no quarrels with any homosexual individuals. Like, you know what I mean? We all human at the end of the day. You just like penis and I don't. That's fine. You know what I mean? That's cool. But anyway, so I was still here in Philadelphia at the time. And, you know, I wanted to go out. You know what I mean? I was just, I guess, was it a Friday or Saturday? I believe it was a Saturday. You know what I mean? I think I was working at Macy's at the time. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was working at Macy's. That's when that's when I had my blonde hair. You know what I mean? If before I had this salt and pepper in my head, I had blonde, I had long blonde hair, so. But yeah, I was a blondie then, and just, I don't know, it's just, for some reason, I just had the urge, uh, where I go shampoo. Uh, did we go to shampoo? I mean, I forgot the name of this club to be honest, but I'm gonna have to hit my folks up and see what the name of the club was. But I wanted to go out. You know what I mean? And my cousin was in town, and my cousin is, he gay. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what you trying to do tonight, cuz? Where you trying to go? Like, I mean, we in the city. Let's chill. Let's hang out. Let's have a good time. Fuck it. You know what I mean? So he like, listen, I know this spot because I've been there before. And I'm like, all right, it's probably going to be a fire club. You know what I mean? Because, one thing about my cousin, though, I mean, even though the nigga was gay, he hung with some bad Jones. You know what I mean? Like, the shorties they was bad. So automatically my mind is thinking like, all right, if I'm rolling with this nigga, I'm about to, be introduced to some bad bitches. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm with it. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, let's go. You know what I mean? Let's ride out. Let's have some fun. So I throw on a nice label. What did I wear that night? I think what did I have on? I think I had like a matter of fact, I had a gray Nike shirt on, gray Nike hoodie. I had like some gray no, they weren't gray. I had gray Nike shitty, crazy, gray Nike hoodie, gray Nike shirt. I had some black jeans. You know what I mean? Like some straight leg Jones, and I had my Harachis, white and gray Jones. You know what I mean? So and I had just got my shit, you know what I mean, lined up. You know what I mean? So I had the fresh shape up. You know what I mean, blonde hair popping. So I was feeling myself. You know what I mean? I was feeling myself. Yeah. I went because my cousin had the bad Jones. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I'm about to be chilling with him and some bad bitches. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's do it. But either way, that's my cuz. I fucks with him, so I was gonna do it regardless. You know what I mean? Whether the bad bitches was there or not, I was gonna hang with my cousin because that's my man, 100 grand. I fucks with him. But so he comes scoop me. We get to the club. You know what I mean? And immediately, not not Chris Brown head ass, but immediately when we get to the club, I knew it. Like I just knew it. Like you could feel the energy. Like you could feel that hey energy soon as you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like that shit just smacked me right in the face soon as I got in that joint. You know what I mean? But I wasn't uncomfortable or nothing, you know what I mean? Because, I'm comfortable with who I am. I know, I know I like bitches. So, I like women. So, you can't sway me. You know what I mean? I'm good. Like, so we in the joint, we chilling. Like, I'm at the bar. I buy myself a drink. You know what I mean? What did I buy? I think I started off with I think I got like a Jameson ginger ale. I started off with that. Got me a Jameson ginger ale. You know, knocked that joint back. I'm at the bar talking to my cousin. You know what I mean? He like, listen, I'm gonna go float around. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing. And I'm like, all right, go ahead, do your thing, man. Like, I'm gonna just be here at the bar. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just be here at the bar. I'm chilling. Next thing I know, I'm at the bar. I'm chilling. I'm looking at my phone because, I'm always scrolling. At that time, my Instagram was popping. You know what I mean? So, I'm looking at, my Instagram photos because I had just took a pic of myself before I slid out. So, I'm looking at all the likes and the comments on that picture because I was looking real good that day. So I was getting crazy comments. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling myself. I'm looking at the joint. Next thing I know, it's this brown skin boy. he just he just like when I tell you like it's like a movie scene the way that nigga just slid, you know what I mean? Just slid right next to me, like so. You know what I mean? Haven't seen you around these parts. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to be standoffish or nothing. So I'm like, yeah, this is my first time in this joint. Came with my folks. You know what I mean? I'm just here chilling, having a good time. You know what I mean? So we start talking, just having a casual conversation. You know what I mean? And then the question pops up. You know, this is a gay bar, right? And I'm like, yeah. Like, I came here with a gay person. So, like, yeah. You know what I mean? So, he was just like, oh, okay, all right. I'm just checking. So he dip off. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm chilling, still scrolling on my phone. Next thing I know, bartender like, yo, somebody bought you a drink. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, who did it? Next thing I know, I see Bull. Same nigga that slid up one of y'all me. I see him. I'm like, all right, I'm like, fuck it. I take the drink. I'm chilling. Buy me another joint. I take it. Next thing I know, this nigga done 3 drinks in. Bought me 3 of them things. You know what I mean? He come back, slide up on me. You know what I mean? So how you feeling? How you like the drinks? I'm like, yeah, them Jones was good. I'm Gucci. Like, I appreciate you. Good looking. You know what I mean? So we just started talking a little bit more, just, conversation. You know what I mean? Just innocent conversation, nothing too crazy. So then I'm chilling. And my cousin come back over. And he like, yo. He like, yo, you know why he buying you drinks, right? And I'm like, cause he generous. You know what I mean? He a nice boy. Like, he just, he trying to make friends. My cousin busts out laughing like, nigga, that man is trying to fuck. Like, he trying to get you sauced up so he can take you back to the crib. You know what I mean? Not the easy way or the hard way. Come on, no, come on. You know what I mean? He trying to get you sauced up so he can take you back to the spot. And I'm like, well, I like to see him try. You know what I mean? But I'm just joking. It's like it's no way. You know what I mean? You're not about to get me drunk enough to take me home. We're not doing that. Like, you know what I mean? So he bought me some more drinks. You know what I mean? And this time After like the next two drinks, you know what I mean, I think like the conversation started, conversations started gearing towards a little bit more spicier. You know what I mean? Like it was a little bit more sriracha thrown in the conversation. You know what I mean? But I'm just playing along though, like, cause I know, like, bro, I'm not like I'm not giving you nothing. You not giving me nothing. Like, I mean, I'm gonna leave this bar and I'm gonna go get me some cheeks, some female cheeks, cause I didn't. I'm on. I done had Jameson. I done had tequila. You know what I mean? So I'm ready. I'm on demon time for real. Like, you know what I mean? But I know, you know what I mean, I peep game. I know this motherfucker, you know what I mean? But we ain't gonna do none of that. Like, you know what I mean? But, we spicy conversation. He started, you know what I mean, complimenting my hair and shit like that. My brown skin and all that. My one dimple and all this other shit, you know what I mean? Just, being, going in on my features, you know what I mean? Just, trying to soften me up, you know what I mean, and all this other shit. But, long story short, I got hella free drinks that night. Like, you know what I mean? Hella free drinks, you know what I mean? And plus my cousin wasn't gonna let me go out like that anyway. You know what I mean? He already, he had he slid back to the bar a few times to tell me like, listen, ain't nobody taking you home but me. I mean, when I drop you off, like that's it, you good. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna let none of that go down. You know what I mean? But he knew I wasn't on that type time anyway. And I'm gonna keep it a bean. I didn't feel disrespected. I didn't feel uncomfortable or none of that shit. To be honest, it made me feel like, cause I'm a conceited nigga already. So it made me feel even more conceited. Cause it's like, yo, women say I'm cute. They say I'm attractive. Cause like I told you, I was already looking at my Instagram posts, hella likes, hella hard eyes and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, women are saying your boy fine as hell. And now I got, you know what I mean? you know, I got gay men trying to say I look good. Like, so that just let me know right there. Like, yeah, bro, you fine as hell. Like, you know what I mean? It's no denying it now. Can't nobody tell you that you ugly, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody on earth can tell you that. You know what I mean? 'Cause you got men and women trying, you know what I mean? You like, so you was a good looking individual, my boy. You know what I mean? So I applauded myself. You know what I mean? I applauded myself. I'm like, I'm fine as hell. You know what I mean? So that was my biggest takeaway from that. Maybe because I'm narcissistic as hell, I might be. You know what I mean? But that was what I took away from it, that I look good as fuck. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, if you a good looking nigga, you know what I mean? Or you just, just a nigga that look halfway decent. I mean, throw on a nice fit, holler at one of if you got some gay friends or something, gay relative, go to the bar, bro. Get you some free drinks. Like, telling you, get you some free drinks. You know what I mean, I paid for one joint that night. One. You know what I mean, I probably had like 10 drinks, and I only paid for one of them joints. So, yeah, I mean, it was a good night for me. Like, I mean, you get 10 and you pay for one. Yeah, the time I let this guy buy me drinks. Like, yeah, I let him buy me drinks. You know what I mean? You know, that was cool. Like, I mean, I'm like, yeah, go ahead and try to get me drunk all you want, but it ain't gonna get me drunk enough to have my vision blurry. Like, damn, you kind of look good. Like, nah, that's not gonna happen, bro. You know what I mean, I appreciate it though, and don't get me wrong, boy was cool as fuck. Like, you know what I mean, he was a cool guy. You know what I mean, you know, but yeah, HollyHood, the sensei, was not. It wasn't going down like that. I just appreciated the free drinks, the nice conversation, and the club was lit. Like, you know what I mean, that shit was lit. The music was popping. You know what I mean, and it was some bad Jones in there. You know what I mean, like, I'm not gonna say that whole time I was at that club, I was just getting hit on by gay dudes, because there was some straight women in there too that got some gay friends, and they was on your boy. Like, you know what I mean, they was on your boy. I think I remember that night. I did get a number from this Puerto Rican joint that was in there. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Yeah, we talk about her. She was, I mean, that was crazy. You know what I mean? Shout out my boy BMT. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all check out that Culture Watch. Just dropped. You know what I mean? We just had a fire episode this Tuesday. You know what I mean? We talked about what we talked about? Nazi, Nazi Kanye. You know what I mean? Kyrie Irving, all that shit. You know what I mean? So make sure you check out Culture Watch, and we back next Tuesday. You know what I mean? Well, I believe it's episode 9, 10 of Culture Watch. But you know what I mean? We back. BMT is in the building. Shout out to BMT. But yeah, it's a wild night. I had fun. You know what I mean? You know, it even got me on the dance floor, and I don't even be dancing like that. I'm too cool. Like I'm a cool nigga. I'm a real laid back, nonchalant boy. I'm cool as fuck. So like, you know what I mean? I don't even do all that dancing shit. You know what I mean? I just, like what Fat Joe say, I just pull up my pants and lean back for real. Like, you know what I mean? Uh, Not BMT listening to the R. Kelly album. Shit. I mean, I want to listen to it for the culture, but I'm not going to do it because I swore to my what it sound like bros that we are not listening to R. Kelly. So you know what I mean? Yeah, Listen, Angelica, it was a story that somebody, they requested it. They wanted to hear the time I was at the bar. You know what I mean? And they was trying, buy me some drinks. That's all. I got a whole lot of stories. What story should I tell next week? You know what I mean? Matter of fact, this story is going to take a different twist. So next week, I'm going to tell you about the time where I was walking. I was on my way to work in Texas, and I got stopped by the police because they said that I robbed a gas station. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all that story next week. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about you know the wild day, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm on my way to work, and I get stopped by a cop car. You know, saying I robbed the gas station. That was in a completely, the gas, and the kicker to the story is the gas station that I supposedly robbed was in the direction where I was walking. You know what I mean? So like, you said I robbed this place, but yet why would I be walking towards the place that I robbed? You know what I mean? Wouldn't I be walking away from it? I mean, wouldn't that make more sense? You know? But yeah, we'll get you that story. You know what I mean? Your boy was put in handcuffs, you know, stomach on the ground. You know what I mean? Yeah, so we'll talk about that. You know what I mean? I could give y'all a bunch of stories about my running with the police. You know what I mean? That's why I do not trust or respect cops now because of, the way I've been treated by them. You know what I mean? I've been, you know, laid flat on my stomach for some shit I haven't done. I've been what else happened? I've been pulled up on when I was going to the store to get cat food for my grandma. You know what I mean? Just pulled up on saying that I was up to no good. You know what I mean? When I literally got Rite Aid bags full of fucking fancy feasts. But, and I've also been, in a hack cab where, the cop tells the taxi driver to move your chair back so I can get a clear shot at him. You know what I mean? Also, had a taser pressed against my neck. You know what I mean? A lot of things. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's why I don't respect law enforcement now. But we'll get into those stories. I mean, all the baddies probably did like each other. You know what I mean? But I did get a number from a Puerto Rican joint, so But like I said, that's another story for another day. Cause Shorty was crazy as fuck like that. She was batshit crazy. You know? I regret even sticking my dick inside that bitch. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I don't even like using that word bitch, but I mean, I regret doing that. Like, cause she was. Ay, ay, ay. But yes, this has been Welcome to HollyHood, episode 9. You know what I mean? Next week, I'll be back with some more topics. You know what I mean? We'll be back with another story time. This time, no gay clubs. You know what I mean? But, shout out to the gay clubs. I mean, if you You want to hop, go get your on, go ahead. Like, I ain't gonna judge you. You might get some free drinks. I mean, but yeah, it's your boy HollyHood Sensei of the Blurred Cartel, CEO status. AKA Mister Put That Shit On. This has been Welcome to HollyHood episode 9. We got 9 of these things, bruh. 9 of these joints. And remember, like I said, every month I will be giving y'all a special episode. So my next special episode, I will be giving you. I was gonna do my top 25 Disney songs. But we're gonna do that on on What It Sound Like. We're gonna do that on What It Sound Like. So what I will do is my next joint. I believe I'm probably gonna do my top 25 Mike Jackson songs. Or matter of fact, no, I'm gonna do my top 20 my top 25 all time albums. I did top 25 2022. This time I'm gonna do all time albums. So if you know me, you should already know what 1 and 2 is. So I'm not even don't be surprised when you see it. But yeah, I'll probably do that, or I may do something with sports. I don't know. I may give y'all some football shit. Because I do love me some football. So I don't know. Either way, that'll be happening next month sometime. Probably I want to say maybe the second Saturday of January, because I believe that third Saturday I should be in Los Angeles, so you probably won't see me on any podcast that week. But this has been Welcome to HollyHood episode 9. Make sure you follow the Blurred Cartel on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts for your listening needs. And just hit that YouTube, man. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Like, the Blurred Cartel YouTube, we got everything for you, bro. All these streams that you see, they're on there. You like shorts? The shorts is on there. You like doing polls? We got polls on that joint, man. Like, just hit the subscribe button on the Blurred Cartel. It's easy. It don't cost you nothing. You know what I mean? If you want to be with the wave, you want to ride with the realest wave on the net, come fuck with the Blurred Cartel. You know what I mean? And also, when I'm not on these podcasts, come fuck with me, man. HollyHood _ Sensei 215 on TikTok. HollyHood _ Sensei 215 on Twitter. HollyHood _ Sensei 215. You know what I mean? On YouTube. And then HollyHood _ Sensei on Instagram. Follow me. Like, you should be following me. Like, I don't know why you aren't. If you're not, get it together. Get your life together and follow me. But yeah, I'll be back next week. I'm just ranting right now. Y'all just listening to me talk. I got a date to go on. So I'm about to get on up out of here. I'm going to go get dressed. Get myself looking good like I always do. And I'm going to see y'all next week. Thank you to everybody that's been watching, that's been fucking with me since episode 1. Thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. Hopefully I'll see y'all again next week. And we out of here.